For now, though, before the quiz, we are in the midst of the phone-in, and today we're talking fussy eating. Now, it turns out that this isn't because of parenting. In many cases, it's actually down to genetics. Now, David Kilmurry joins me now, who is a cognitive behavioural hypnotherapist, which is a way, isn't it, David? Good morning to you. It's a method you've used to help people who have problems with food.
It's lovely talking to you. Thank you for having me on, Nick. And yes, it is a problem. But there's a solution to every problem with the food phobia, as I call it. I used to suffer with it myself, so I know firsthand, and I can inspire. I try to inspire as best I can my patients. I work every day with the food phobia, and it is something that you can fully recover from.
David, first of all, can I ask you about just about the ins and outs of this, because it's quite interesting. When it's a food phobia, then what you had it yourself? You say what was it that you were phobic about?
The taste of what food might taste like. I developed it in my when I was about 18 months old, and that's the usual time to develop it. Yes, there's a little bit of truth in the article with regards to, if you're a fussy eater, it's very likely that one of your children might be a fussy eater as well. So there is something with the genetics there. But some families I've worked with have got six children. All five of them eat anything and everything, and there'll be one that 18 months or 2 years old. And it might be down to hospitalisation or some sort of illness or choking on something as a baby, and we won't take well to eating. But I've been doing this for 20 years now, and helping people with various different techniques. You've got to stay calm. You've got to relax your child. You've got to make it fun. You've got to invest a little bit of time into helping them to relax. That's the key with it. None of us can eat if we're stressed out, or if we're choked up, or if we're at the table and so something happens at the restaurant. But we're not going to feel as comfortable eating and enjoying our dinner anyway. But multiply that by 10, then you've got like a phobic response to food. But I want everyone to know that you can do something about it. And on a day-to-day basis, I'll go above and beyond, take my clients to fancy restaurants just to show and prove to them, get their confidence up that they can eat. And they, it's all about getting to the rest and digest, relaxed state, which is quite hard to attain if we've got pressures, we're still stressed, or we've got mum's worried, dad's stressed, and all the rest of the family are eating all these different conglomerations of interesting meals, and we're stuck with pancakes or nuggets or fries. I was pancakes, fries, and beef pretty much for every meal until I was about 14 years old. I came out the other side of it with a bit of a fluke. I'm very proud to be helping lots and lots of amazing young people and less young to learn how to eat freely. That's the goal, to eat freely.
Yes, because this is the same. I think it's the goal for every parent. You want your child growing up being able to eat pretty much anything that's put in front of them, don't you? You don't want to have hang-ups.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think because we overuse, someone with less food knowledge is more likely to use their eyes or use that are going to smell the food. You might, if your child suffers, you'll notice that they're smelling the food, they're staring at it, they're overthinking it rather than relaxing. There's a state that we have to get into to be able to eat, to be able to sleep, to be able to go to the bathroom, all these different things. We're going to a slightly altered state to do it. And that's obviously the training is all about. It's about relaxing, about getting into the eating state, and then gradedly learning what foods we like, what we don't like. Most of my sufferers have only got a handful of beige. So that denotes that we're using our eyes. Beige foods, brand specific, has to be in specific brand. So I'm not going to mention any brands from radio, obviously, but a specific particular brand or a restaurant that we'll have to go to get our food. And that's our restriction. And we'll have usually up to 15 foods, brand specific, and no food touching, issues with interest in foods like shepherd's pie or something with that would be completely out of the question for an ARFID supper, which stands for Avoidant Restricted Food Intake Disorder, which is my specialist area.
Right, and you developed an interest in the specialist area because what you helped yourself.
Well, a girl at school invited me without emotion, so it was hard work at home and in life and at school and anywhere else. Or in the 80s, growing up, awkward little monkey was the diagnosis. ARFID didn't exist back then, and it's still only a recent diagnosis. So you go to the doctor will look it up, and there's no information in the DSM-5 after the age of 16. So they'll straightforwardly tell the parent, you'll grow out of it. There's no information after the age of 16. So naturally, people relax and they just say, well, we'll grow out of this all the time. You won't grow out of it at all. You need intervention, or you need something to happen for you to be able to focus and learn this vital life skill. And food shaming doesn't help either. Embarrassing or humiliating, that just makes it worse. So try not to embarrass or say, well, if you don't eat this, your legs will, and your hair will drop out, and this or that. That's not going to help at all. All you need to do is make it fun, relax, do small. Start really, really small, when your child's really relaxed as well and open to it as well. If you've got a residential coming up, or if you're travelling somewhere abroad, then use that as an invitation, but not as if you don't eat, we're not going kind of thing, or you're not going. Use that as a motivator to increase the motivation to learn how to eat. You can learn at any age. I've got people that have been hospitalised, that have been told that they've got anorexia. They're definitely not anorexic. But again, this is another thing that we're ignorant in the NHS, unfortunately, at the moment, to ARFID. We don't have the resources to be able to help people with ARFID. So it's often...
So this thing, the food avoidance thing, is this something that you've decided it's a thing you've identified, or is this actually sort of a widely recognised thing?
It's recognised now. It is. So all practitioners look towards the DSM-5, which is not the Bible for disorders and eating issues. And it's the World Health Organization, basically. So it's not something I've personally made up or decided, mate. I did follow the World Health Organization's guidance on this particular issue.
It's such a big, broad topic, isn't it? It is so difficult. Thank you so much to David Kilmurry. So there you go. He's a man who knows. He suffered with this himself, the avoidance of food. And it's a horrible thing as a parent to think that your child is going hungry. So you'll do anything, won't you? Give them anything to help them get over it. How do you cope with fussy eating? 0875 65 200 is the number.
Hi, my name's David Kilmurry. Welcome to the Kilmurry Life Centre. Feel free to get in touch. If you're looking for change, you've come to the right place.